Hello friends, today's class is going to be all about coming back into alignment. Very often we can sometimes feel out of source, that something is off. And this can be shown as things maybe not going our way. We could seem more clumsy. We can get mysterious kind of aches and pains within the body. Sometimes it can even disturb our sleep. So let's start cleansing the space. I'm just going to begin here. We're going to be starting with our breath. Taking a deep breath in and out through the nose, start to close your eyes. And again, deep breath in. Slow, long exhale. Beautiful, good. Let's come to in within ourselves a little bit more, rolling the shoulders, sitting comfortably, and just taking your two fingers, your pointer finger, your index, and placing them on your third eye, or the place between, just above your eyebrows, depending where those are, and just start to do some soft circular motions, putting a little bit of pressure on that area. And you can close your eyes and just taking some deep breaths in through the nose and exhale either through the mouth or the nose. Again, massaging that area between your brows, your third eye, putting a little bit of pressure. This is the Marma, one of the Marma pressure points if you wanted to look into that. There's a few of them, but it can help with pain throughout the body and overall wellness. Take another deep breath in, putting a little bit more pressure. Again, it shouldn't be an uncomfortable pressure on the forehead. It's like a massage. Good. Nice. Placing your hand down, rolling your shoulders back, dropping your chin down, gently rolling your head from one side to the other over to the left side. Now just using the weight of your head, but relaxing your shoulders down. You can carry so much tension in our neck. So deep breath in as you come up. And rolling the head down to the other side. Rolling it down the other side. Good. One more time. And then coming up to center, placing both fingertips down on the mat and reaching your arms all the way up. Taking a deep breath in. And now looking up at your hands. And then looking forward. And now we're going to relax our shoulders, relaxing your shoulders down, holding your chest up, nice and tall and proud, pulling your belly in, feeling your core muscles tighten, and feeling your hips as well. That root chakra firmly placed on your mat or the ground. Take another deep breath in. And relax, bringing both hands down to the mat. Good, let's come to the back of our mat. And we're gonna do a little bit of visualization here. And the reason for this is to try to keep our positive energies in. Now we're not necessarily, pushing anything away, but what we wanna do is visualize a protective sort of dome around our body, and we can use our mat as a guide. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, and on our exhale I want you to close your eyes and visualize this exhalation creating a beautiful like dome structure surrounding your body, surrounding your mat, just creating a barrier of positive light and energy within this space. So taking a deep breath in, close your eyes on the exhale, visualizing the air coming out, filling the space in front of you, seeing the visualization of this dome being created around your space, around your mat, covering your entire body. And exhale. Beautiful, good. And one more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. See this beautiful structure that you have created. This beautiful structure that is keeping all your positive, beautiful energies in alignment within this space and carrying you throughout your entire day. This beautiful space is a space of safety, it is calm, and it is healing, and it is protecting you each and every day from anything that might throw you out of alignment and away from your purpose. Good. Let's start to create some movement in the body, bringing our hands forward onto the mat into our tabletop position. And we're going to bring our body forward as much as we can, and then all the way back as much as we can. So you can sit down into a child's pose if that feels good for you. Just creating some movement in this nice circular motion. You can also create some movement within the shoulders. Just make this free and organic, not structured. This practice is all about coming into your own space. It's the freedom of listening to our bodies, becoming more self-aware, doing what we want to do, what is calling to us, what our higher self is telling us to do and how to move. It's coming in tuned with all of these signs and signals. Good. Placing both hands a little bit closer to the top of the mat, and maybe your knees go a little bit further back for puppy pose. Taking a breath in and out, maybe placing your chin onto the mat this time, pulling the belly in tight, reaching forward. Again, if it feels good to create movement, you can, or stillness. Everyone's different when it comes to these sort of practices. I like to do gentle movements and twists, and sometimes it's good to hold, but other times you just gotta listen to your body and see where you're at. Good. Sitting back onto our heels this time, on our toes. So our feet are, we all know we have some beautiful pressure points within our feet. So we are going to take our hands and we're just going to start to give our feet in this position just a little bit of a massage. So just feeling our feet, bending our toes up onto the mat. We're sitting on our heels. And just taking our fingers up and down our feet. This is actually a little ticklish for me, but it does feel good. Good. Reaching up, deep breath in. Placing our hands down onto the mat. Since we're on our toes, we're coming right up to our downward facing dog. Pushing your heels into the mat. We're just starting to warm up our hamstrings. And take a second to see how you're feeling right now. How does your body feel? Did you relieve some tension out of your neck? Let your head be heavy. Shaking your head side to side. Good. One more breath in. Good. Bringing your toes to the back of the mat and rolling into your high plank position. Holding your high plank. Keeping the belly in strong, maybe staring at your crystals at the top or whatever you've decided to place there for your positive energy. Good, and then we're going to chaturanga down to the mat. We're going to come up baby cobra and lower. and lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to take our hands behind our back. We're going to lift up into lotus. Now if it's too much to grab your hands, just place your hands down onto the mat. You could do palms facing upwards. We're just going to lift, pushing our hips into the ground. Nice. Bring your hands back to the top of the mat, around your chest, push up, upward facing dog. Now our hips are being lifted off of the mat. Go ahead and point your toes, looking up straight. Taking a breath in. Good, and then lifting up to your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Good. Lifting up your left leg straight all the way up to the ceiling, bending the left knee, opening up the hip, and then we're just going to bring the knee down. Do maybe 3 or 4 circular motions with the left knee. Try to get the right heel into the mat as well, keeping your upper body square. Good. Circular motion the other way. And then stepping your left foot between your hands, we're going to rise up to our crescent lunge. Reach up. Holding strong. Now in this pose, come in to your inner strength. This is a pose where you remind yourself that the power is within you. The power to make change, the power to fulfill the things in your life. Reaching up, look up. And then opening up Warrior Two, another powerful stance. Bending your front knee. Bending the front knee. Good, reach back into our peaceful warrior. And into our extended side angle. Reach up, look up. Good, coming back up to our Warrior Two. We're gonna straighten our front leg, pivot our left foot to the top of the mat. We're gonna float down into our wide-legged forward fold. When we're floating down, it's a time to release. Letting ourselves go 1 vertebra at a time, lowering it down. And this time, we're surrendering. Bending your knees, and just maybe swing from side to side as we open up the hips. So we just went from a really strong pose to now this pose where we're letting things just be. It's a balance between knowing when to take charge, knowing when to take action, and knowing when to let go, and knowing when to trust. Good. Rise up onto your fingertips. We're going to pivot our feet over to the other side, bend the back knee, and we're coming up into our crescent lunge on the other side. Reach up, power strong, bending the front knee. Now you might feel that you are getting a little bit more calmer, a little bit more relaxed. Reaching up. And then opening up Warrior Two. Now we're just going to focus on our gaze, relaxing our shoulders. Good. Float back into your peaceful warrior. Bending the front knee, keep that back leg straight. Then floating into your extended side angle, reaching up, pulling the back or the front knee back. Good. Coming up, back up into your warrior two. Flipping both palms, reach up, look up. Keep the front leg straight, lower the hands down and float back down into your wide-legged forward fold with knee bends. Now we're going to go from side to side, maybe a little bit more. If you want to go right into your Skandasana, you can. If not, again, just listening to your body. Maybe walking your hands over one way and then the other. Maybe you want to try going all the way down and all the way up. Good. We're going to heel toe, so taking our heel toe all the way to the center of the mat and fold down into your forward fold. So keeping your feet maybe shoulder width apart and fingertips on the mat. Or maybe you can grab your feet and just let's create some movement. You can lift your heels off the mat, one and then the other, letting your head be heavy, or maybe grabbing onto your elbows and swaying from side to side for ragdoll. Good. Placing your hands down on the mat, bend the knees, rise to stand, reach up, look up. Hands to heart center. I'm going to do a nice little flow, bending the knees, rise to stand. Place your hands to heart center, fold down, forward fold. Place your hands at the top of the mat, step back, high plank position. On your knees or toes, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg all the way up to the sky, bending the right knee, letting the right knee be heavy this time. Push the left heel into the mat. And then circular motions with the right knee this time. Good. Big hip openers, trying to get your knee as high as you can, down. And then reverse the circle, so lifting the knee out to the side. Again, trying to keep your shoulders square. Good. Lower down at the back of the mat, bending the knees, releasing the toes back into your child's pose. Good. Slowly coming up onto your knees. We're going to go into our camel. So let's start by taking our two hands behind our lower back, fingertips up, and we're just pushing our hips forward. Nice little quad stretch. And then if we want to deepen it and play around, we can put our toes onto the mat and maybe grab one heel with one hand. Maybe we can lift the left arm all the way up to the ceiling, still focusing on keeping your hips forward. Maybe arching back a bit. And come back up, switch sides. Still seeing that beautiful dome protecting you around your space that you've created. Bringing yourself back into alignment. Good. Coming back up, sitting back down. Slowly come into a little ball. We're just going to push ourselves up where we are rolling ourselves in, giving ourselves a little bit of a hug, squeezing our shoulders in, and then reaching out, cactus arms. Deep breath out. Good. Coming up into your tabletop position. Taking the left leg out to the side, so pivoting it 90 degrees. And then extending your left foot out, reaching your arm all the way out. Maybe you're hovering the toes off the mat, pushing your hips forward. Good. Placing your hands back down, tabletop position. I'm going to go around for the next one and extending the left foot this time. Oops, sorry, pivoting the foot, extending the left, reaching the opposite arm up, maybe lifting your toes off of the mat. Good. Coming back into your tabletop position, have a seat, rolling onto your bottom into our butterfly or Baddha Konasana with our toes and heels together. Lifting up, taking a breath, pulling yourself a little bit closer in towards your feet. Good. And coming up, we're going to sit in a comfortable seated position. Coming to almost the end of our practice. We're going to take another minute closing our eyes. We're going to go back to our breath. We're going to do a little bit of circular breath work with our alternate nostril breathing. So you don't have to do anything too fancy. You can take your thumb if you wanted and cover your right nostril. We're going to breathe in through the left, taking a deep breath in. And then we're going to cover the left nostril, exhale through the right. Good. And again, cover the right, inhale through the left. Cover the left nostril, exhale through the right. And again, cover the right nostril, exhale through the left. Cover the left nostril, exhale through the right. And reverse. Inhale through the right nostril this time. Cover the right nostril, exhale through the left. Cover the left nostril, inhale through the right. Cover the right nostril, exhale through the left. One more time. Inhale through the right nostril, cover the left. And exhale through the left nostril. Beautiful, good. Rolling our shoulders back. Dropping your chin down, going back to those soft, gentle rolls from side to side. Good, bringing your arms all the way up. Deep breath in. Hands to heart center. Taking your left arm across your chest, pulling it in. Left arm extended out to the side. Good. And then maybe bending your left elbow, reaching around back for a nice little shoulder stretch. And bring it out to the side. Reverse. Bringing your right arm across your chest this time. Maybe bending the elbow. Whoop. Coming back out. Nice. Bringing your knees together, rolling all the way down to our mat, one vertebra at a time. Lower, lower, lower. Stretch from head to toe. Having your feet on the mat, windshield wiper the knees one way and then the other. Bringing your knees into the chest for a squeeze, maybe a rock from side to side. Good. Pointing your toes to the ceiling, grabbing the outside of your feet for happy baby. Opening up the hips a little bit further. You can extend your legs if you wanted to as well. Maybe try one then the other. Or just stay in your happy baby, pulling your knees in towards the mat. Good. Having your feet find the mat once more or the ground. Placing your hands down and just pushing up to a bridge position. Squeezing your glutes. Taking a breath in and out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. And then lowering down all the way to our mat for our final Shavasana. Take this moment to really surrender. Know that you have done all that you can do right now. Know that we all have times in our life where we feel that we are off, that we are out of alignment, and that it's totally normal, and that without these struggles, without these opportunities for us to find the tools and find the ways in order to achieve more, to learn more, to know more about ourselves, then we wouldn't grow. There is no light without darkness. There's no good without bad. There is so many polarities in this world that it's just going to be normal life that sometimes we're feeling off, and sometimes things aren't working out, and sometimes we need to find a way to come back into alignment whichever way we can. And a lot of that comes from movement and breath and acceptance and letting go and forgiveness and love, and just knowing that we are all worthy. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are talented. You are wise. You are courageous. You are smart. You are loving. You are kind. You are strong. You are loved. You are guided. Just feeling the breath coming in and out, feeling your stomach rise on the inhale, lower on the exhale. And reaching your arms over your head. If you want to stay lying down, you can. Rolling over to one side. Bending our knees in. And then coming up to a comfortable seated position where I get to thank you and close our beautiful practice. Thank you so much for joining me today as we come together in alignment through love, through unity, through space, happiness. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day.